Kathy, it's Tina. I just came in from training horses, so forgive how hot and sweaty I am. But I wanted to quickly, you said you weren't sure about giving your own class, so I wanted to make like a 15-minute video and kind of discuss how to set up for your class. So anyhow, you're going to want to log 2 hours, maybe a Sunday afternoon or a weeknight. People prefer weekends for their family, so you may want to go ahead and do 2 hours on a weeknight. And you're going to want to invite people a couple weeks out, giving them plenty of notice. You'll also, a couple weeks out, want to order a class in the box. It's, I think, $20 or $25. It will come with 10 living magazines. It will come with 10 worksheets for ordering and also having just following along and doing your class with, okay? It will come with 10 wild oranges that you can use as giveaways. That's a nice, they can tell them they can put it in their drinking water. It makes their water taste like orange juice. It gives it a lot of flavor. It's good for antioxidants. They can put it in their hand, enhance their energy and their mood. You can diffuse it in the classroom, and that's always nice as well. A lot of people diffuse On Guard, others diffuse peppermint, whatever you want to kind of set the mood and the energy in your class. I would stay away from anything that puts them to sleep, like lavender or serenity. Okay, so you will order that. You will also need to order catalogs. So the catalogs are about $1 a piece. You can get them in a case for cheaper, or in a dozen for cheaper. I think maybe these are 50 cents, the older ones. So in your back office, you can find both of those. Another item you may want to go on to aromatools.com and order are some tear sheets. If you know your class is going to have horse people, they have horse tear sheets, dogs, cats, children, anything specific, emergency kit, oils, anything like that you might want to order. They're inexpensive. It tells you how to use the oils and for what reasons. These are nice to add to their catalog. So that's preparing a couple of weeks out. So the class in the box, the catalogs, inviting people. And then about a week out, you'll want to remind them. And then about a day out, you'll again remind them of the time. When they first get there, just let them mingle and just tell everybody, please have a drink and a snack. Sometimes people make their food and their drinks with the oils. You can go to doTerrablog.com and find some good recipes. You can do that and just tell them to mingle until everybody arrives. And during that time, you'll make sure to hand out their catalog with their worksheet and the living magazine. That way everybody's got their supplies and they're ready when the class starts. One thing when everyone checks in to me is very important. I have them fill out a little card with their name, email, cell number, and I'll have them write any comments they have on the back of something that might be of concern. This allows me to follow up after the class. I say this is for a drawing as well. So my drawing, I usually give away something fun like a keychain. These are $8.50, and you can get the little tabs for 50 cents in your back office. So for a $9 gift, this comes with empty glass bottles. They can put their own favorite essential oils and clip it to their purse or their backpack and have them with them at all times. That's a nice idea. Some people get the intro pack with the lemon, lavender, and peppermint. You can open it and give them away individually or give away the whole pack. Some other nice giveaways would maybe be some of the cough drops or maybe the beadlets. You can do whatever you want to for a giveaway, but it just makes the class fun. Everybody likes to get something for free, and it's great to do it about the halfway point of your class after you discuss doTERRA and the oils before you get into the supplements and ordering. It's a good halfway point. Let's see. So another thing you're going to want to have in your class is a Modern Essentials book. You may not get into this much during the class, but it'll be a valuable tool to have at the end of your class. You also want all of your oils, because towards the end of your class you will also pass around the oils and share them, let them smell them, let them ask questions, things like that. So these are what you want to have available. I also make sure everybody goes home with something. If you don't do the class in the box, some people don't, they just buy at Aroma Tools. You can get your own worksheets. You can do the deep blue samples or the blend samples or the single trios as well. These make fun gifts, because then they can actually use the oils. There's probably 8 or 10 uses in one of these little bottles, and they can actually really get to using it. I love to order these at aromatools.com. They're $1 a piece, come in a pack of 10. Goes great with this as a take something home and get them excited about, oh, look, I can use peppermint for headaches. I can use lavender, calm me down, or for a bug bite. So it's just a really, Melaleuca for skin rash. It's really fun for them to start seeing that they can replace some chemicals for some natural items. You can also go to aromatools.com and register your class, but you have to do it at least 2 or 3 weeks out, and they'll send you free catalogs, usually pins and some other little samples as well. But you can go register your class at Aromatools for some giveaways there. So that's something, that way people know where they can go to get carry cases and glass bottles for sprayers or roll-ons, things like that. So we talked about basically preparing for the class. Now we're going to talk about the class. So the first thing I start with is I ask everyone to pull out their worksheet. I introduce myself. I thank my host. I thank anyone else that might be involved. And then I kind of ask a few questions, like, if everybody here's used essential oils, or if they have ever tried doTERRA, and then I kind of get a feel for the class. Do they know oils? Do they not? I'll ask if natural health care is a priority to them, and just kind of get a feel for that. Ask how many people are currently using chemical or RX in their life, prescriptions in their life, and just kind of get a feel for the class so I know what I want to hit on. That's just how I do it. Ask if there's people in the class with animals, horses, dogs, and I know how much time I want to spend on that as well, if you don't know who's coming. Sometimes I'm doing classes for other people, and it just helps me. But you'll probably know who you invited and what they like or don't like, so you may not spend much time on it. The next thing I would do is tell them about me, how I got into using essential oils, why I love doTERRA, some of the great experiences I've had. I'd keep it light. I wouldn't get into anything real upsetting or anything like that, just kind of some fun little things that I use. And then I would say, who knows about essential oils? And I just go right down the list. I make myself a couple other notes that I want to hit on, like when just kind of go through the list with them, but I just make myself notes that I want to hit on. I might talk about, baby Jesus and the wise men, that's how long oil's been used, and I might mention what's good about frankincense and tell them to go to PubMed.com, and there's a ton of cases on how it gets through the blood-brain barrier and being used for cancer, etc. So, tell them that, at Vanderbilt Hospital or the University of Utah and New York are actually using essential oils now and studying them more. So I would go through that section. I would see if anybody had any questions regarding that. Then I would go ahead. It's fun to have your class, enjoying themselves, not just sitting quietly. Let them ask questions, let them interact. I wouldn't spend more than 1 hour on a class, and this, if you go by this worksheet, that's about how long it'd take. Even though it's a 2-hour time frame, you've got mingling in the beginning, mingling at the end, and then just about an hour for your actual class. So then I'd go to section 2. Why would I want to buy doTERRA's essential oils? And you want to hit that hard. You want to let them know that doTERRA started in 2008. That's not on here, so those are some of my notes. And they've already done over $1 billion in sales. They're in over 3 million homes. They've, just let them know that this is better than going to a health food store or Walmart and just grabbing anything on the shelf that says pure. Let them know that ours are therapeutic, pure, and they're certified, that they go through rigorous study. And if anybody wants to know what those tests are, you can have your iPad with you and go to the doTERRA blog and pay the doTERRA Daily Drop and play. Right now there's a video on there from Dr. Hill showing, I think it's and Dr. Hill and another gentleman, and they're discussing everything. The scientists are there discussing all the tests that they put it through and why. So it's like a 4-minute video. If someone really wants to know about that end of it, you can share that with them at the end of the class. I try to do everything personal, not videos or watch a movie. if they are interested, by all means, I'm going to show it to them at the end of the class. So I want to have the tools I need available with me. I have my cell phone with my Modern Essentials app in case I'm asked a question. I don't have to know everything. I can make it fun and go, well, let's just pretend like I don't know anything and go to my app and look that up and see how simple it is. I know what to do now. Or my Modern Essentials book or Modern Essentials app on my iPad. So just be ready for those kind of things. And if you don't know an answer, just say, you know, that's a great question for my upline. And then you can talk about your upline having so many years in natural health and holistic doctors, and you know that you have access to finding out more information, and over 20 years experience in your upline that are always there to teach and help you. So that's a good thing. So anyways, you just go through this section, how the co-impacting is helping, you know, just discuss all of that. Then, at this point in time, I kind of mentioned, I might pass it one oil at this time. I might pick something like Breathe or Peppermint and pass it around. And I would just, Breathe, I would just let them inhale it from the bottle and talk about how it's great for respiratory. You know, I might just share on it. The next thing you're going to go into is they can do it aromatically, topically, and internally. So at this point, I'm going to tell them to open up their catalog, and I already have it noted that if they go to page 9, depending on what catalog you're working out of, it tells you exactly which oils to use topically, aromatically, and also internally. If you need to dilute them, use them sensitive, or if they can go on neat. So that way they know there's how they can learn. Right in their little catalog, they don't need you. They can just open up to page 9 for the singles, page 23 for the blends, and then you can tell them, look how many are safe to use internally. The ones that don't go in the internal are usually the trees, and the trees are usually used for a lot of sore muscles and things like that. So anyways, and then I also mark the page for the Vitality Pack on page 45, because that's important to touch on during your class when you get to that section. So that's when I kind of let them look at the catalog. I talk about the 3 ways to use it, and then I would discuss these oils that they talk about down here. That, you know, you could pass around the Breathe at that time when you talk about it. You could talk about Deep Blue. You could talk about On Guard, and if you're diffusing that, you could refer to that, you know, as far as the Breathe can help with anything respiratory. If you feel a cold or a flu coming on, or if you suffer from allergies or asthma, Deep Blue for sore muscles, On Guard to strengthen your immune system, protect you against viruses. I also, at that time, if people were curious, I might pass around the beadlets, Peppermint On Guard, and let them try one if they wanted to. You could save it for the end of the class if you want to keep your focus on your class too. Just kind of play it by ear. Now when you're going to go to page 2, that's when I would say, oh, let's go ahead and do a giveaway now before we go to page 2, and then I do a drawing. So draw one of the names and then give out your giveaway, 1 or 2 items, whatever you want to do, 3 or 4 items. It's your class, your decision. And so then talk about the supplements and talk about how wonderful, that's our #1 selling item in the company is our Vitality Pack. And if you order it on a monthly LRP, you get the best prices. By doing it on an LRP, you can also purchase some of these other items like probiotics, enzymes, Deep Blue for sore muscles. Those items at a cheaper rate, $20, which is you know, over half savings. So go ahead and discuss that with them. Then at this point in time, you've talked a little bit about the loyalty thing. You know, you can talk a little bit about, you know, why that's important. You know, you can earn money back for free points, the free shipping. It's better than just a standard order. So say for anybody that's interested, we can talk more about that at the end. And then, you know, tell them there's several ways that they can be involved in doTERRA. I like to start my class when I'm talking about the vitamins page. I'll either start that at the beginning or sometimes at this point, and I talk about if you just use oils or just take vitamins, that's not generally just going to be enough for you to be at the best of your health. Obviously, we have to eat right, we have to exercise, we have to rest, we have to try to remove chemicals from our life. But by adding this as well, you know, then you can even build your immune system. And I tell them, look, I haven't been sick in 1.5 years since I've been using Vitality Pack and the essential oils, and I detox myself with lemon oil and the Zendocrine, and it gets them kind of curious. Wow, you haven't been sick, and you know, you